Hello there. We have a problem here and we need to factor it. And we're going to factor it with the RS method. So the first step is to take your A and your C values and multiply them together. And to organize this, we're going to make this little x. So the top of it's going to be negative 24. And then you have the B value here, and that's going to go right down on the bottom. That's going to be 23. And now what you're doing is you're looking for a combination of numbers that you're going to write here and here. We'll call them R and S, RS method. And the product of these numbers is negative 24, and the sum of the numbers is the 23. And we think about this long and hard, and the winning combination is 24 and negative 1. And that is how this value, 23, is going to be split up. So we're going to rewrite this whole thing here. So I got the 6x squared, but that 23x is going to be split into 24x plus a negative 1x. You could also write 24x minus x. And then don't forget the minus 4 at the end. Some people like putting the 23 over here, but it's got to be the negative 4. This whole expression is equivalent to this one. We just split up the 23x into 24x and a negative x there. And now what we're going to do is look at these first two and think about what can we factor out of 6x squared plus 24x. Well, x comes out of both of them, as does a 6. And that leaves me with x plus 4 on the inside. And now this next set over here, I'm going to factor that one too. Now you might be saying that there's nothing that can be factored out of this with the x and the negative 4, but actually I could factor out a negative sign, and the whole trick is to get what's left inside the parentheses to be the same as this one, and since I have positive x and plus 4, and here we have negative x and minus 4, I do want to factor out that negative sign. So negative 1 gets factored out, leaving me with x plus 4 on the inside, and the whole point of that is that these two are the same. Both of these have an x plus 4 in it. So imagine that this whole thing is in like brackets here, and both of these terms have an x plus 4 in it, so that's what I'm going to factor to the outside. Now what's left on the inside of my brackets? I factored out the x plus 4 over here, so that's leaving me with this bone of 6x and this bone of minus 1. And then we'll end the bracket here. And normally we don't write things with brackets, I'm just trying to make a point here. This can all be rewritten as x plus 4 and 6x minus 1. The order here is not important, and there we got our factorization. So one of the questions that might come up after this is this truly the final factored form? Is there more we can do? Well, x and 4, those are relatively prime, as is 6x minus 1, so there is nothing more to be done. You can always, always, always FOIL and check your work too at the end here. So first we're getting 6x squared, the outer we're getting minus x, the inner we're getting positive 24x, and the last we're getting minus 4, and that's gathering like terms, 6x squared, let's say negative 1, that's going to make positive 23x minus 4, and that is the original equation. So we know that this here is right. Character and scholarship for life.